Okay, hi everybody. I'm just going to share my screen and then we'll get going. Okay. All right. So, hello and welcome. Today is February 5th, 2026. This is the KubeStellar meeting, bi-weekly community meeting that we have every other Thursday at 10 a.m. And this meeting agenda is located at kubestellar.io/agenda, which is located right here. This meeting will be posted to kubestellar.io/TV once it's completed. And you can get access to this agenda by going to kubestellar.io/join_us, or just join us as one word. When you get there, you'll have a button that says join Google Group. You join that, and then you get access to this page. We are proud members of the CNCF community under the Sandbox project. And as such, we abide by a set of code of conduct, and I'll go ahead and read it here. As contributors and maintainers in the CNCF community, in the interest of fostering an open and welcoming community, we pledge to respect all people who contribute to reporting issues, posting feature requests, updating documentation, submitting pull requests or patches, and other activities. We are committed to making participation in the CNCF community a harassment-free experience for everyone, regardless of level of experience, gender identity and expression, sexual orientation, disability, personal appearance, body size, ethnicity, race, age, religion, or nationality. And basically what that means is just be nice to each other. It's a good general rule. All right. Today, again, February 5th, 2026. If you would like to, please go ahead and add your name to the list here. And if you're attending, I don't think I see Mike here, so I don't see Kevin. I don't see Franco. Okay, so what's on the agenda for today? So this is how you get yourself an invitation to our KubeStellar dev channel. If you're not already in it, we are part of the CNCF, so we use their Slack organization. You go here for an invitation, and then you join our channel. This is the channel ID identifier right here. Okay, once you've joined, you can interact with the team all day long, every day. We will be at KubeCon EU 2026 in Amsterdam, starting March 23rd through the 26th. The CFP is closed, of course. We had an accepted talk by Paolo and Braulio. They'll be teaming up and giving a talk on KubeStellar. We're in the Partner Pavilion. This will be on the Wednesday from, I think it was 1400 to 1700. That's local time. And a lightning talk I don't yet have a time for, but that's usually on the Monday, I believe. So I'll be in Amsterdam and I'll be giving those talks. I'll be at that Partner Pavilion, and Braulio and Paolo will be there giving a talk on KubeStellar. Okay, KubeStellar's IFOS update. We have two accepted user adoption focus programs. One is on documentation and self-service enablement. So this is things like quick start guides, videos, tutorials, enabling users to deploy without any human help. The success of that will be measured by, how many people, how many videos are attracted to the project, and we can measure that in a number of different ways, but primarily through stars in the repo, responses, downloads, all that good stuff. We'll also have an integration and ecosystem development specialist. This is someone who's primarily working to increase the number of integrations that are available for our projects. And so I'll get into which projects we'll be focusing on in those two internships in just a minute. Our Cornell SDF, software-defined farm program, still continues. They're focusing on enclave and confidential computing for the most part. And so that will continue for 2026. And in Georgia Tech, in the summertime, we typically have Georgia Tech come through and help us out. So that's they come on board to help us out. So I'm just going to hold on one second here. Where is, let's see a way to get focus. All right, whatever. Okay, so we have 0.29 releases available of KubeStellar. It's out there and available. It's based on Kubernetes 1.3.1. We are in the process of updating that code base to 1.3.2, and there are a number of moving parts there that need to be considered to get that done. So we'll be working on things like upgrading to 1.3.2, working on vulnerability fixes, and those sorts of things. So that's what's in motion at the moment. We're still working on summarization progress, and we hope that people will join that effort to work with us to make that happen. We've just moved all our documentation to KubeStellar/docs. All documentation for all projects is now in KubeStellar/docs. If you see any documentation in any of the other projects, they're just for local purposes. They're not overall documentation that will be used for anything related directly to the documentation site that we have, which is located at kubestellar.io/docs. So in here, we have not only the main KubeStellar, but we also have other related projects. So we have an MCP server. We have something called KubeFlex, which is a lightweight control plane. We have A2A, agent-to-agent technology. We have a multi-plugin, and then we have a new project called Console. Really excited about this. This is every operator and deployer's or developer's dream, everything you ever wanted in a console and more. This is the main focus of our project community at this point in time. And so I encourage you all to use it, get used to it, and contribute to it. So this particular repository, I just wanted to preview with everybody, is an interesting specimen because it is fully automated by its upkeep is fully automated by Copilot. So we are calling Console the world's first fully integrated and fully automated Kubernetes management and orchestration solution. So what that means is that this specific console is good for people that want to deploy, orchestrate workloads across many different clusters. It's also good for people who want to operate many different clusters. And you can go to console.kubestellar.io to see over a working demo. You'll see that there's lots of demo data here. So you arrange all your clusters inside the /clusters dashboard. This is automatically discovered by using an agent that you can deploy. This agent reads your kube config and then uses it for kubectl and API calls to feed information that goes into this console. Get information like there's heuristics and cluster monitoring and root cause analysis that's used to predict and to analyze and fix problems that are on individual clusters. So for instance, I can hit diagnose a cluster, and then a prompt will be created, and it goes into something called an AI mission. This particular one's going to use Anthropic's API, and you have the choice of Anthropic API, OpenAI's API, or Gemini API, and you also have Claude Code CLI available to you as well. To install this as a local console that you can work with and start to experiment with, it's very simple. You use a curl to bash for either using it with GitHub authorization or not, and then you open the console at that address. And then at that point, the next step is to just download the agent. You'll download the local agent. That local agent is in a brew formula. So this is how you install that. Once you've got the local host running and this agent installed, you will see information populate just like this. We call this at the top stats blocks. This in the middle is the cluster info card. These are cards, and these cards are on dashboards. And so there are different dashboards for different types of things that you want to do. In particular, we're working with folks at LLMD now to come up with ways to visualize what they're working on. And this is a pretty interesting specimen, so I'll close this down and make this a little bit bigger. So here you can see traffic flows for things like Istio into an endpoint picker, into prefill codes, see data as it's transferring live between those clusters. Right? Where did it go? We don't have PD disaggregation here, so let me just put on one that does. There you go. And now you can see real data flows. If you're running this in live mode, you'll see real data coming out of Prometheus to feed these metrics. You also have benchmarking data and so forth. And so there's a whole host that you can create custom alerts. You can work on data compliance issues. You can operate your Helm charts from here. You can take a closer look at network and services, individual node health and their allocations. You can look at your security posture. Okay, you can use OPA policies to mold and shape these things. Another thing that's neat is you can open bugs directly in the console. When you open a bug directly in the console, it will be worked on automatically in the background by Copilot or other people that join the repo. You'll get active updates and you earn rewards coins. So you can see here, you'll get coins as a result of closing issues or opening issues. And so you can open feature requests, you can open bug reports, and then you'll get active updates inside the console. There is a tour that's available where you can walk through all the different parts of how to use the console. It's very useful to figure that out. Localization support is not there yet. We'll work on that at some point. You can pick your agent if you're running a local agent. You can filter on your clusters or statuses or severities, clicking at the top. That will filter out for all the cards that are in view. You can change from day to night. You can switch your view. And let me show you what that looks like. So we have a number of different themes that you can use. Pretty cool stuff. And so, yeah, you can even monitor your token usage because this does use AI. So you can configure limits so that you don't go over it. And so that when it does things like analysis and missions, you'll get notified and it won't increase past a certain amount that you would like. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff to do. Any comments or questions so far on the KubeStellar console? We even have a widget. So you can actually download this widget to run in PWA, which is local to the desktop, or you can download a widget for something called Übersicht, and it'll give you real-time active updates as you monitor on your desktop. And we're also integrated with the Mac OS notifications dashboard. So, any questions?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so first of all, this is like really nice. The Matrix theme, I like it a lot. But just like confirming a bit, uh, is it just like kind of a dashboard stuff, or can you actually edit things from here? Edit, uh, or do we like? Is it basically like Kubernetes or KubeStellar in a UI format?
That's correct. This is this is everything you can do with Kubernetes and KubeStellar inside of a UI format. Matter of fact, there's even a you can actually, if you really want to get hands-on with it, I had a KubeCuddle. There's over 140 different cards that you can add. And I believe I have a KubeCuddle one in here. Yeah, there it is. So you can actually, if you really want to do direct kinds of things, you can actually run KubeCuddle commands directly on the clusters if you want to. Things like listing pods and deployments, et cetera, et cetera. You can have AI help you craft a kubectl command if you don't know how it's supposed to go. You can give it YAML if you'd like. You can set it to run. You can look at your command history to see if there's past, and you can check out. You can run against a specific cluster, etc. So yes, you can do everything you can do with kubectl through this console, and you incorporate AI so it can do interrogation for you and fix
Yeah, that's
things.
what. Yeah, that's really nice, and that's what I was thinking. Like, we can do something like that, suggests things to do based on the basis of what the state of the cluster is. And the other thing, what's the point of the coins we get? Like, what can we do with them?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't, all I have to say right now is we're going to have a leaderboard, and it's cool if you want to be somebody who contributes to a project that's going to, I think, be something big for the community. Your name and contribution will be noted, and it probably will play a large role in figuring out in the future who should be maintainers for the project.
All right. Yeah, thanks for.
You're welcome. Thank you for your question. Anybody else with any other questions? There's even a place for you to add your own card or your own stat block. And so you can give this custom code to actually create your own card. You can have AI create one for you, and then you can manage it. You could send a card to somebody else. You could send a stat block to somebody else. So you can actually create one of these cards and send it to somebody else. You can also create a stat block, and those stat blocks look like this, right? So, and you can create and trade and generate those with AI as well. You're only limited by your imagination when it comes to this platform. Any questions? All right, folks, that's gonna do it for today's meeting. Thank you all for joining. If you have any other questions or you'd like to get involved, go to KubeStellar-dev on our Slack channel. I'd really love to see people join up and take a closer look at KubeStellar Console. It's the future of our program, and get involved. There's really cool stuff out there that I think integrations are very quick to create. As you can see, in some cases, we have things like I think for data compliance, we have things like Vault and Cert Manager. And we also had for security posture, we have a demo card right now for Kyverno, but obviously we'd love to be able to integrate with them with live data. Same thing for Trivy, same thing for Kubescape. So these don't take hours and days to create. They're very simple to create, and once you've created them, they become useful for others because there's nightly and weekly builds. So anything you want to create and you can pull live data out of Kubernetes, you're welcome to do so in this project. Okay, folks, if there's no other questions, I really appreciate you joining today's call. And please check out KubeStellar Console. I'll drop the link in here for you all if you didn't already get it. It's console, HTTPS console.kubestellar.io. Let's see if you can make it do something cool. All right, everybody. Thanks again for joining. Have a great week.